as we wrap up Youth Month, the agenda is reflecting on the vital role that TVET colleges play in promoting skills development, empowering young people, and preparing them for meaningful participation in the labor market. Watching developments for us on that front is SABC News anchor Mxolisi Masango, who joins us once again from Ekurhuleni West College. And Mxolisi, there were a lot of wires and switches when we spoke to you in the first hour. I see you swapped all of that for some painting outside.
Yep, that's exactly what we did, Ayanda. We did mention earlier on that we are on the quest to, learn today, but most importantly, shift away from all the policy talk as well, but also have a hopeful tone and find out what the future is like for TVET colleges. Also, just to take a leaf from Minister Gwahube's speech just a moment ago, where she said that the future actually belongs to young leaders. And this is essentially where we are now. We continue here in the East Rand, here at the TVET College at the Kataras campus, where we are told that this is where the future is being built. Building that future has already started, we're told, right here. Campus. As you can see here to my right, what looks like a braai stand is being built, and according to South Africa's National Development Plan, there have been calls for a skilled, capable workforce, Ayanda, and this is where essentially that vision takes shape right here today, which is why as the agenda we felt it was very important to be here having these conversations. Let's bring in Mr. Mxolisi, who is the acting CEO for SETA, that joins us this morning on the program. Great to have you on the show this morning. Mr. Mxolisi, let's first start in finding out what is SETA's role in empowering all these young people that are here today to make sure that they are propelled for greater heights.
Thank you very much. SETA, as one of the 21 sector education and training authorities, we support TVET colleges, and our role here is to fund the occupational qualifications that the students are doing here. It is critical for learners to receive training that will meet the demand of the industry. So there has to be an alignment. So therefore, occupational training is very important.
And this is not just any kind of learning, right? It is work-based learning, and it is very important, especially when we look at the shortage of skills in the country. Just how does SETA plan on bridging this gap?
Okay, thank you. We start developing qualifications that meets the demand of our industry. So our industry role players are involved in development of occupational qualifications. Then therefore, once the qualification is registered on the National Qualifications Framework, then we then get our TVET colleges. Why TVET colleges? Is because they are accessible. As you can see, this campus is in a township, so we like the reach of township and rural areas that the TVET sector provides for our learners, and especially the youth. Thank you.
And Mr. Mxolisi, it's one thing for us to be saying this is a good news story to tell, that SETA is there for these young people, but it's also another thing for these young people to be able to access all these opportunities that you talk about right now. Let's be honest, some young people come in and say there's lots of red tape in them accessing some of the benefits that you talk about today. Just what would your assurance be to say that you are there for them and are willing to lend a helping hand?
Now, thank you very much. We do understand the plight of the youth, and obviously it starts with a proper career advice of, after completing your school, where do you go? Do you go to a university or do you go to a TVET college? So it is important that they get that basic right, because for us, TVET colleges, there are 50 of them in the country, and they are accessible. However, it has to be, in line with one's choice of a career. To be an artisan, comes with your own commitment to it, because there's a lot of workplace-based learning. So you will be, during your program, be placed in a workplace, and therefore you have to meet the demands of the workplace and have the right attitude for the workplace.
And ultimately, it all also trickles down to monitoring and evaluation. How do you then also ensure that everything that has been funded also meets all the quality standards and, the checks and balances?
Thank you. The qualifications, occupational qualifications, are registered on the National Qualifications Framework and under the auspices of Quality Council for Trades and Occupations. So the QCTO, in short, issues those certificates. So therefore the training has to meet the requirements that are set down by the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations. So we as a CETA, from an angle of funding these programs, we also do our own monitoring because we are using the discretionary grants to fund the training of occupational programs.
And let's talk about guiding funding towards priority areas, because those have also been identified. How do you usually navigate that complex maze?
We start by doing what we call a sector skills plan. So the sector skills plan is more of a research to see what are the priority occupations that our industries and sector requires, and from there it then informs us on what are the plans that we need to put in place to close those skills gaps, and therefore that will then inform the qualification development and also prioritizing programs that we are willing to fund.
All right, Mr. Makhotsana, I'm going to thank you so much for your time, because I need to take our viewers through exactly what's also happening here, because it's a hive. Ayanda, as you can see, there's a gentleman here building his braai stand, which we told, is from materials as well. So as we continue to also just move around the area itself, we can see others busy painting the side, and it's all metal this side where we are now, and there's lots of welding that's also taking place. And let's bring in him to Duzi. How's it, my brother?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good. So why are you here?
I'm here because I want to get skills, so can work in various platforms, working areas, industries, and welding especially can help with acquiring skills which can help you work like automotive, fitting and turning, like various industries, at which it helps improve oneself so that he or she can participate in social life.
Okay, let's talk to me about what led you to go into this sector. Ngoba uzoza abantu abasha kwesinye isikhathi bakhuluma ngokuthi kuswelakala imisebenzi, into yakuletha la yini?
Into angiletha lana ukuthi i-welding kahle into bengithi ngizoyenza from the start, at which akunabantu abaningi abayenza i-welding futhi inama opportunity amaningi, at which na i-welding ingakufaka endaweni eziningi, yabo. Njengamanje isimo sakule country le akunama welders amaningi, so njengoba ngila welding sibaningi nala sizozama impilo ukungena ku welding isikhona ukuphakamisa le country.
All right, so there's a message of hope there, Ayanda, essentially from this young man telling us that what led him into this was to say that he wanted to create jobs not just for himself, but people around him as well. And I guess izwe nokuthi yini into ekunamisayo, into ekujabulisayo ngokuthi ukwazi ukuthi ufeze leli phupho, uzokwazi ukuthi mawusuka la ukwazi mhlawumbe uyothola umsebenzi.
Into nje engihehayo ukushintsha isimo sasekhaya, yabona singikwazi ukusiza nabantu futhi bazokhona ukuthola le skill engikhona yabo ukusithola la esikolweni ngisifunda, yabo ngikwazi ukukheha nabanye endaweni esihlupha like rural areas and so on, ukuthi ngiba motivate bazokhona ukungena lana yabo bathole iskill enginaso bayokhona ukushintsha izimo zabo sasemakhaya.
Great, Mfethu, and we wish you all the best. Thank you so much for taking the time to talking to us. So Ayanda, they're just talking about how he also plans on motivating other young people to get into this sector, saying that in the absence of jobs, young people should look at creating job opportunities for themselves. And a recap of those statistics again, the Department of Higher Education and Training invests a significant amount, and it stood at about 10 billion rand annually the last I checked, and this is all in expanding and supporting TVET colleges. The country as it stands has about 50 public TVET colleges with over 264 campuses across provinces, making them accessible to the majority. I'm going to ask that we get in now and speak to one of the gentlemen, if they may allow us to have a chat with them. Buffett, how's it going? Are you gents good? So I can see you guys are busy here, hard at work. We're just going to take just a moment of your time. Let's just hear from you. What are you guys doing here, and why did you feel it was important for you guys to come to a TVET college?
Ukuza kwethu lana ukuthi sizofunda iskill la EWC njengamanje sikhatha ama-tube ama-45 for inyawo for ama-board lawa, so that amanye ama-campus esinawo njengase-Albertine, Jimiston, Captain Park bakhona ukuthi nabo bazithole as much as eholweni ethu sinazo nathi bamakha ngazo ukuthi okay kubonakale phambili mabesibekela ama-board sibone ngazo. Namanye ama-college odile vele ayasidinga, so njengamanje senza zona ukuthi bazokhona ukuthi bazithole. Yes.
So essentially, Ayanda, what we're hearing now is that the very institution that we're at also empowers them to put their skills to the test, or training, if you may, because they are building all of these stands to be supplied to the other campuses that this particular TVET college has across the country. So this will mean that other young people will get to enjoy the benefits of these young people being here and building all of this today. And kesizwe kwena ukuthi ukuba umuntu omusha la eMzansi Afrika ngo2025 usebenzisa ikhono or iskill sakho ukuthi wenze okuthandayo, kusho ukuthini kwena?
Mina kimi kuyangikhuthaza, kudala ngifisa ukufika kulezi zinga, ngeke ngazama eminyakeni endlule ngi-apply but ithuba bengalitholi. Ukungithola ithuba ngize ngifika kule campus kungithokozisile kakhulu ukuthi nami ngizofunda sona iskill lesi engisenzayo khona lana. Ngiyajabula kakhulu futhi nakhona ngiyafisa ukuqhubeka phambili, hambe amazwe ngamazwe nami njengabanye abafundi abenzayo kwamanye ama-campus.
Yeah. And as you hear, Ayanda, it's not just about being here and doing this job that they're so passionate about or learning about things that they're passionate about, but it's about their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations to also travel the world at some point using just their hands, but also to try and, open businesses and employ other young people to bring them in as well into the sector. I know we are going to be chatting to someone else who's also joining us from this end. So we're going to continue where we are now, and let's hear from this gentleman here. Mfethu, ngikubingelele ngikwamukele, kunjani?
Siyaphila
Igama ubani mfethu?
Ngoluyanda kaXaba.
Okay, Luyanda kusitshela ukuthi wena wenzani la njengamanje, ngibona ngathi uyashisela.
Yebo, mina wami umsebenzi uku-assemblisha, ngiya-assemblisha bese ngimisa i-structure, ngiya-aligner futhi. Ngi-aligner i-base ye-stand se-notice board, ama-directional boards. Umsebenzi wonke lo wenzakala la uqala la kimi ngaphambi kokuba uqhubeke kwi-level elandelayo kangangoba mhlawumbe kuze kuchunye lokho okunye ukulandela, kodwa uqala la kimi.
So wonke lokho kuthatha isikhathi esingakanani ukuthi
ukwenza i-stand esodwa? Mhlawumbe ukwenza i-stand esodwa kuthatha 15 minutes to 20 minutes kanje ukuthi ngikwazi ukusihlanganisa, ukusi-assemblisha ngiphinde ngisi-align.
All right, sibonge kakhulu mfethu. So there you have it, Ayanda. These are all young people who are just sharing with us what it is that they do at this TVET college. As you heard there, this young man is talking about what he's doing here, saying that essentially everything starts here by him. And these are all just young people who are creating opportunities for themselves by being here. So you see, I think I'm also going to get my hands on this table straight after this. So back to you. We'll catch up a bit later on.
All right, Mxolisi Masango. Hopefully you don't undo any of the good work that's been done there, but we'll allow you to give it a shot. Mxolisi, live to us there from the Ekurhuleni West College as we focus on youth skills development, wrapping up Youth Month. Thanks very much indeed.